Dodge Challenger Chronicles by Tim the Motivator.
Welcome back to Dodge Challenger Chronicles with Tim the Motivator. For those of you who haven't seen the first video, I encourage you to find it on YouTube. Watch that first. I talk a little bit more about who I am, go a little more in depth. Right now I'm going to try to stay on topic, make this a short, to the point video. For those of you who are viewing for the first time, I'm Tim the Motivator, serial entrepreneur, author of a children's self-help book, No Training Wheels, aspiring philanthropist. I'm a father of 4. Shouts out to my kids. So I'm gonna go ahead and get in topic. Like I said, the name of the chronicle is Dodge Challenger Chronicles. I named it because we're sitting in my car, my personal car, one of my dream cars. And to get on topic, today's topic is law of attraction. Alright, and I'll get into the story of how I attracted this particular car, because everything you see on it, I bought it exactly like this, from the 24s to the blinders, which I was going to take off. I like them now because it gives the Challenger the old school look. For all of you who are car people, the black and red leather seats, the skull, I had a nice stereo system. Long story, but everything was bought exactly how it looks now. So through the law of attraction, which we're going to talk about today, I'm going to tell you how you can attract whatever it is you want to like. Hopefully you use this energy and this concept for things more positive, because some people can get into the habit of attracting things that are not healthy for them, or things that they really don't want. Alright, now before I get started on the topic of law of attraction, I want to say no pride, no ego. I'm not a materialistic person. Anyone who knows me could tell you I came from a very humbling beginning. Like I said, my very first car was a Dodge Omni, and for those of you who don't know what a Dodge Omni is, I challenge you to Google it, take a look at it. It was a 1987 Dodge Omni. I say that to say this is my dream car, so yeah, I'm going to name this video whatever the hell I want to name it, Dodge Challenger Chronicles. Alright, now my favorite cars, as far as cars that I enjoy seeing, like I like seeing my cars pretty, but my vans actually make me money. So I like seeing those, whether it's I'm working in them, or right now one of my former employees is borrowing my van, John. So other than that, now I ain't gonna say I would change the name to My Van Chronicles, because it's not really a ring to it, but I'm not materialistic. I don't have this humongous ego. So for all of y'all who think successful entrepreneurs, or anyone who is successful in their own right, just have to have these humongous egos, that's not part of the game. Like, I came from very humble beginnings. I done lived in my car. I done had cars repossessed. I done lived in houses where lights done got cut off. I'm an 80s baby, so I grew up on bologna sandwiches, syrup sandwiches, lettuce and pepper sandwiches, sugar water, drinking coffee because you was hungry. So I came from very humble beginnings. I had very wonderful parents. My stepfather was an Army guy, very good guy. My mom was tough, a fighter. She did transcend. She passed away from cancer. Like she won the battle, so it wasn't like we didn't lose her to cancer. She transcended. Rest in peace, or live in peace to my mom. And shouts out to the rest of my family, the Simpson family, Grants, Hills, the rest of the world. We are one. However you want to look at it. So, law of attraction. Law of attraction is a very powerful energy. There's been many books written about it. The Secret probably being the most famous. I did view the video. My concept or my first experience with law of attraction probably dated back to as far as I can remember. When I was 2 years old, my grandmother, Janie Hill, my loving grandmother, mentioned that I would not wear certain clothes unless they were how I wanted them to be. I liked cargo pants, and if they didn't have a pocket, I just didn't wear it. So in turn, I attracted a lot of cargo pants because my energy was saying, hey, this is something you really want, and I focused on it, and that's how I got it. So in short, that's basically what the law of attraction is. It's focusing on something you want, and you're internalizing it, and in your subconscious mind, that's what you're focusing on. You're concentrating on that particular end result. I want this. And it's not to say that you're selfish, but I believe you should be selfish to a certain degree. If you want something bad enough, especially if it's something positive, whether it's a goal you want to attain, a lifestyle you want to live, as long as it's positive, then you should want it. Not only should you want it, you should give your brain what you call an auto-suggestion, saying, this is what I want. And some people call it affirmations. So you might write it down on a cue card or on your refrigerator like I do. This is what I want. And I would say it's good to want things, not meaning it's good to be materialistic, but you can't have what you don't want. So want better for yourself, want better for your family, want better for your life, want better for the world. So it's good to want things. They don't necessarily have to be things like cars, clothes, jewelry, flashy, whatever. It can be, I want a better living. Who wants to live in a bad condition? Even people in a bad condition, as Tupac said, don't want to live in that condition. So you need to want to be out of that condition. So if that means building a dream board, which we'll discuss in another video, or just using the law of attraction to want more for yourself, just do that. All right. Now I'm gonna use vehicles to basically lay the foundation for how the law of attraction works. Alright, I already discussed how I attracted, well, I didn't really discuss how I attracted this vehicle, but I'm going to go in sequence. Other than my first vehicle, which was, as we stated earlier, 87 Dodge Omni that my Aunt Patricia Hill gave to me. Thank you, Aunt Pat. My second vehicle, I was 19. This was my second semester in college, and I was working at a distribution center. So I was making more money, and I was able to save a couple dollars. So what I would do was, it was a particular car lot I had looked at on 2 Notch in Columbia, South Carolina. And they had a Ford Explorer up there that I just really had to have. I wanted it. It had leather seats. It had rims. Rims weren't really popular then. So, they weren't like 22s, 24s, 8s, 30s or whatever. They were 15s actually. They was clean though. But so I would ride by this car lot every day for 2 weeks until eventually I stopped by there and I filled out an application. I didn't know anything about credit then. For those of you who are 25 and under, or any age, who don't know about credit, I encourage you to learn everything you can about credit. Because it can make or break you. High interest rates, then you'll get into, you might fall into other lateral negative associations, buy here, pay here places, they're gonna rake their prices up and charge you 30%. Bank loans will be, over 15%. It'll just put you in a whole nother rat race that you do not want to be in. So learn everything you can about credit. I didn't know about credit probably until last year. Just kidding. About 10 years ago. Sorry. So yeah, I would ride by this particular car every day for 2 weeks. All right. Then I went ahead and did the application. Needed a cosigner. My mom, she cosigned for me. However, the key was I looked at the car for 2 weeks straight. All right. And every time I looked at it, even when I was away from it, I internalized it. Like, okay, this is the car I really want. Like, even though I never had a SUV at that point, or could I really afford the car. I just knew I wanted it. So what happened was, between my conscious mind, my subconscious, and the universe, and just my ability to focus on what I wanted, God gave me the vision and the magnetism to attract it, and I ended up getting it. So this is one example. My second major purchase as a young adult was a Dodge Charger. When they first came out, it was 2008. The commercial aired, and I'm an old school car lover, so my other dream car is a Chevy Chevelle, which I don't have yet. Anyone has a 66 Chevy Chevelle SS, holler at me. Probably can't afford it right now. I heard they're on eBay for like 100,000 plus, fully restored, but soon enough. So when the Dodge Chargers first came out, I saw the video. I was like, oh, okay, cool, I like it. They did a great job bringing the old body style back. So here it is, like I said, 2008. I'm in Augusta on Washington Road, and initially when I saw the video, I already had envisioned how I would fix my car up if I had one. So I'm in Washington Road in Augusta, Georgia, and I'm just kind of cruising, and I look on the rack. Voila, it was a Dodge Charger, metallic color similar to my Challenger. It had deep dish 22, scoop wing, just the works. So I pulled over and I test drove it. All right, I took it up the block. It had, like I said, it had the big rims on it. I had never had a car with big wheels on it, but it looked good, it flowed good, the engine sounded good. So I can remember pulling over to the BP, and I called my first cousin, Jarrell, and was like, yo, I think I'm gonna get it. And he had just bought a 98 Mercedes. So he thought I was BS, so I was like, all right, whatever, I'm gonna get it. So I went back, dropped the money on him. I think I put like $4,000 down. And I didn't even leave with the car because I was in my company car at the time. So I just came back and picked it up a day or two later. However, I got the car. Once again, it was based on the law of attraction, meaning I had this desire for something. I put the energy behind it, I internalized it, and I thought about it often, like real often. And then I got it, okay? And then we'll fast forward to a couple years ago. Same notion, law of attraction. I wanted a Hummer. I had never drove a Hummer. I'd seen a few in videos or whatnot. And I didn't just want a Hummer, I wanted the biggest one, a H2. So once I internalized it, put some energy behind it, put it in my subconscious mind, and was like, okay, this is what I really want, all right? I found one on Craigslist, or it found me, and what happened was I didn't test drive it. Now, probably wasn't a great idea, but I already felt like, okay, this is what I wanted, so now I'm just going to pick it up. It ain't even about what's going on with the car. I'm going to just trust God and trust my intuition and say I'll accept it as a gift. The law of attraction worked. So I did the paperwork or whatever, so I get in the car, and now I'm like, what the hell was I thinking? I mean, the car was huge. Like, it was huge. Like getting in an army tank. So I figured it out. It probably took me about a month to really get it down pat, because I mean, it's a really big truck. I can remember driving in Atlanta, and I'm literally taking up 2 lanes, and I'm like, oh shit, am I hitting the curb? Am I running somebody over? However, we got it worked out. But once again, I use the law of attraction to attract it, and I'm only using vehicles because it's something simple, and it's one of the most common uses that I can recall and tell the story to kind of help people get the whole concept of how it works, the law of attraction. All right, last one. All right, my Challenger. Like I said, once I start taking a liking to Dodge Challengers, I just pictured how I would fix mine up. I was on Craigslist. There it was. I went to Charlotte. I didn't test drive it. Did the paperwork. Drove off the lot. Accepted it as a gift. And like I said, I credited it back to God universe, however you want to put that, and in the law of attraction, which is a universal law, meaning just like gravity, it applies to everyone. So if you think about negative stuff, guess what? You'll attract more negative stuff. If you think about positive stuff, you'll attract more positive stuff. Some people focus more on bills, scarcity, lack of, depression, I wonder if he's cheating on me, or things like that. So you attract more energy that will complement your own thinking. So how it works is, whether it's good or bad, you're only going to attract what's going on in your head. So you're the only one that can blame for it. Not to say, yeah, you shouldn't consider certain things. It's a difference between considering it and trying to come up with a strategy than stressing or worrying over it. Stress happens to be the #1 cause of disease, any disease. It activates other things within you. I think it's the #1 cause of death. So it's not good to worry about things. Just focus on what you really want. Like I said, whether you gotta come up with a strategy or plan, and then do all you can do. All you can do is enough. So if that doesn't fix the problem, you just gotta trust God, have faith in whatever you have faith in, and then you follow that. That's how that works. So once again, thanks for tuning in to Dodge Challenger Chronicles with Tim the Motivator. If you haven't saw the first video where I go a little more in depth about who I am, I encourage you to write that or read it, check it out, watch the video. Stay tuned for products to come. I have a few ebooks coming out. I have a few audio books coming out. I have a book out right now for kids aged 3 to 9, a children's self-help book called No Training Wheels. TimTheMotivator.com is under development. There are a few articles, a few video blogs on there right now. So just keep checking back. I'm trying to get more content online, so bear with me. Any suggestions, I'm open to it as far as videos y'all want to hear about, talk about. I'm open to a lot of dialogue. I'm a life coach, so I can talk about anything from relationships to multiple streams of income to our ancestors, Indians, Africans. We can talk about world travel, whatever. So just stay tuned, and thanks for tuning in. Thank you.